I love you too, buddy.
On the Viking pregame show, Mike Grossner, the head coach of the Baker Wildcats, joins us. Mike in his 10th year as the head coach of the Cats. And Mike, last week, a 46-12 win over CMU. Your defense forced 6 turnovers. Wow, that's a bunch. They must have been all over the place.
Yeah, it was a turnover battle going on. We were actually turning it over ourselves a little bit, but we ended up on the good side of it, and that's usually how you get a win. But that CMU team, they were scary. They've got some offensive weapons, and it looked like on tape going into the game they're playing much better. And I thought our defensive guys, we came out towards the end of the first half and blocked a punt, and were able to get a field goal out of it and take some momentum into halftime. And then in the third quarter, our kids created some turnovers, and offensively we cashed in with some points.
Yeah, 39 straight points you scored in that ball game. You have to be pleased with that, the way your ball club took over and kind of took control then, Coach.
Yeah, early in the year we were in some shootouts and really didn't have an identity. And from a team standpoint, we played well at times on defense, played well at times on offense. And last 3 games, I feel like defensively we have stepped up and played very good football. And then offensively, we've had some injuries, and we're just kind of plugging some guys in and doing enough to get the wins.
Well, every time you have a guy like Dylan Baxter in your backfield, Coach, there's a game breaker just waiting to happen on about every play. And you had 206 yards rushing last week. You've got to like that.
Yeah, I like the way we're playing up front. We've been pretty consistent up front with some young guys. We don't have a senior starting up front on the offensive line, and all year they've played pretty well and created some rushing yards for us. And Dylan's a guy, like you said, he can run the tough run and get you the tough yards, but he has an opportunity to break some tackles and possibly make a big play for you.
Coach, I'm seeing more teams in the conference this year run the football. Everybody else plays wide open. I'm seeing more running in this conference this year. Is that the case?
Yeah, it looks that way. We're getting back to, I think that wins football games. If you can't run the football, you're going to struggle to win the tough games, and especially as the weather turns here and you get into November time, and you better be able to run the ball and stop the run, and you get into that playoff scene. I think the teams that are able to run the ball are usually the ones that are in the Final Four in the championship games.
Coach, you're ranked 9th this week. The Vikings are 6th, and boy, we've had some battles the last few years. These two ball clubs have been some great games, and I guess we don't expect anything different today, do we?
I think it's going to be a good one. The key, the times we've had success against Missouri Valley is if we can hang in there early. Especially when we play at Missouri Valley, they have that home field advantage that you need to have at home, and I think they feed off the crowd. And they if they get a quick start, they're very difficult to catch. So I feel like we need to neutralize and hang in there early and hopefully make a couple plays, and then we got a chance in the end.
Coach, you've been at Baker 10 years. Coach Troth has been here 12 years, so there's really no secrets between the two. You're good friends, and there's really no secrets between the two programs, are there?
There are. There's a heck of a lot of respect from Marion with what he's done. He's consistently been the guy that has his team in the top 10 and has a chance to win a national championship every year. And I'm a guy in the hack that I want somebody to win it. Hopefully it's us at some point, but every time Missouri Valley's made a deep run in the playoffs, I've been their biggest fan because I want this league to take home a championship, and I know Paul has been darn close. I think last year, we got to experience St. Francis. He faced a Marion team in the semis that was very similar to what we faced up in St. Francis, and I it came down to a final field goal, or else they're playing in a national championship and possibly bringing home the trophy. So great respect for what he's done with Missouri Valley and in the consistency of their program and what you're going to face every year.
Well, you've got the same kind of respect from a lot of people, Coach. So good luck today. We'll always look forward to this ball game, Coach. Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it, Ken. Thank you.
Mike Grossner, he is the head coach of the Baker Wildcats, and always enjoy talking to Coach Grossner. In his 10th year now as the head coach of the Wildcats, has really built a nice program there. We're going to talk to a couple of the players. A couple of the defensive backs joined me this week. Marcus Brinkley from Tipton and Randolph Tribble. He is out of the state of Florida, and he is a transfer. And Marcus Brinkley is a legacy here at Valley. His dad, Bob, played football here, and it's in the Valley Hall of Fame. So we'll talk to those two young men in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
Harvest time is almost here, and Concordia Implement is here to help you make your harvest as efficient as possible this year with a new grain cart from Brent or Demco. You can choose from several different sizes and options. If it's a new auger you're looking for, come see us for your Westfield augers. You won't find a better selection of sizes and styles to choose from. Come see Chris or Robert today at Concordia Implement and let us help you with your harvest this season. Call us at 463-2844 or check us out on the web at concordiaimplement.com.
Lacrosse Lumber in Marshall has what you need for all your home painting projects. They offer top quality Glidden paint at very affordable prices. For your exterior painting needs, Glidden Spread House Flat Paint is unsurpassed in quality, convenience, and durability, and is now featured at Lacrosse at only $32.49 a gallon. If you desire a beautiful new look inside your home, Lacrosse offers Glidden's always popular interior spread satin in a huge variety of colors at only $26.50 a gallon. For quality Glidden paint, visit Lacrosse Lumber, 152 West Morgan in Marshall.
On our pregame show, I want to visit with a couple of defensive backs. Marcus Brinkley, first of all. Marcus from Tipton, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've known about you. I've known you ever since you were a little guy. I've known your dad since he was a coach at Brookfield. So you're not unfamiliar with this area, but how'd you get to Missouri Valley?
I've heard about it, growing up with alumnus here. It's pretty big honor to have. But growing up around the area, you always hear about the winning traditions and the things that they do around here in Missouri Valley, so it kind of echoes around the state. So that's what brought me around to the Marshall, Missouri.
Your dad's a Hall of Famer here, isn't he?
That's right. It's a great honor for him to have. He's sure told me about it a couple times, but he's worked hard for it, and he's very well deserving.
I said I've known him since he was a high school coach before he became administrator. Randolph Tribble, your first year here, how did it? First of all, where are you from?
Actually, I'm from Riviera Beach, Florida. It's probably South Florida, 45 minutes away from Miami. And I pretty much got here after I injured my shoulder in my junior year at Eastern Illinois. I tore my labrum, and I ended up sitting out a year, and I decided to take my talents elsewhere. And Marshall, Missouri came up on the map, and that's where I decided to go.
All right, so you're a starting cornerback on this club. I was going to ask you about the weather, but if you played at Eastern Illinois, you've had this kind of weather before, haven't you? And even colder.
Yes, we have this. We have colder weather. My junior year, we had an ice storm, and we had a week of school off. So I mean, I'm pretty used to the weather.
How about fitting in with this team? Are you adjusted now? We're halfway through the season. Are you comfortable with your spot here?
Oh, yeah, I'm real comfortable. I get along with all the DBs good. My safety, Phillip Fowler, and Tyler Davis on the other side, and Mike Barnes in the middle. I'm an aggressive corner, so I play off of my safeties, and they allow me to come up and make aggressive plays sometimes when I got the flats and when I'm not in the deep third or deep quarter.
You've been close to a couple INTs. You got to get one of those.
Yeah, I know. I've been close. I dropped the one the end of the Evangel game, which I should have had. Kind of got it poked out. But I feel like tomorrow is going to be a pretty big day for our DBs.
Marcus, you've been around this program now. You're getting more and more playing time as well. What do you tell some of the younger players what they have to do to be a big part of this program?
Well, the major thing is the playbook. If you know what you're doing, you know what the defense is doing at any time, at any point in the game, then, you can play. You can do it. You can make the plays and basically just be like another coach out there on the field making the right adjustments, and you can't put yourself in a bad place on the field.
This defense is always one of the top in the country. I think we're second or third in points allowed. We're number one in total defense. We're number two, only a half yard out against the run. You guys really take pride in this, don't you?
Yes, we do. We have a great coaching staff defensively, and we emphasize that. We emphasize stopping the run every week. And then in the secondary, we emphasize, cutting down on the pass yardage as well every week. So we take a lot of pride in what we do here, and it shows on the field on Saturdays.
Randolph, same for you. You've got Coach Honold, Coach Rowe in there, and I guess you can tell what they want to stop that run each and every week, don't they?
Yeah, it's expected. Like we take pride in keeping the big rushers under 100 yards per game, and that's basically the main thing. That's how we win our football games.
Well, guys, it's been fun so far. Goal, I guess, to get to the playoffs and continue to go, right?
Yep. Actually, the goal is to get to the national championship, but we're taking it day by day, week by week, game by game.
Marcus, you were on that team last year. We got so close.
Yeah. I mean, it was a heartbreaker. It's part of the game of football. You know, it can happen either way at either amount of time. That's the thing when you get that deep in the playoffs. Everybody's good at that point. So hopefully we can make it back this year and hopefully go farther.
Fellas, thanks for the visit. Marcus Brinkley, Randolph Tribble, my guest on the pregame show. And, of course, as we mentioned, Marcus from Tipton, his dad, a Hall of Famer here at Valley, and Randolph Tribble is one of the starting quarterbacks. We're going to talk a little offense, as our guest today will be Aaron Christensen. Aaron is the offensive coordinator. We'll have a chat with him coming up in 1 minute.
GE Profile Series appliances offer the best in contemporary design matched with the latest kitchen technologies. Every appliance displays a sleek, cosmopolitan, and modern look that matches your every last taste in the kitchen and home. GE has offered 100 years of performance, quality, style, and innovation. And we're just getting started. See the GE Profile appliances at Charlie's Appliance Sales and Service, 450 West Boyd in Marshall, where you will also find a complete service department ready to meet all of your service needs too.
Insurance? It's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. Not Agency, your local independent agent, can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Not Agency. For all your insurance.
On the pregame show, Aaron Christensen joins us. Coach, the offensive coaches, I don't know what you said at halftime, but if you could bottle that up, it was pretty good. 2 completely different halves last week.
Oh, definitely. The first half, I think we came out, and I think the other team played a little bit harder than us, and I think the second half, we made some adjustments on offense, but I think for the most part, it was our guys just started kind of doing the things that we're practicing every day and realizing that, no game's going to come easy. It's going to always be, it's always going to be hard. So
now, Evangelo, they ran a lot of different things defensively.
Oh yeah, they do a lot of different things, and they're not typical things you see a lot. And they do that to get you out of that comfort zone to make sure that you're, not recognizing fronts and coverages as much. And once you see it for a half and they continue to do it, we kind of made those adjustments and we looked a lot better.
Boy, it was nice to see that running game getting gear on that second half, wasn't it?
Oh, definitely. It's always good to run the football. It makes a lot of things work when you're able to run the ball.
And your play calling could be a lot easier or a lot more effective if you can run the football.
Oh, yeah. If you can run the ball, that's the easiest way to do it. There's a lot of bad things that can happen when you're throwing the ball, but running the ball, it's either fumble or, that's it. That's the bad thing. So that's one of the things, we're trying to get better and better at each week.
You've got several guys doing that. And your receiving core, probably your best group of athletes on offense. You've got a heck of a group there.
Yeah, we do. We got a good group, and they're all guys that are good to work with. And for the most part, we're pretty young also, so that's always good to see. We'll make some mistakes out there, but that's more just a growing up process than anything.
This Baker team, 14 interceptions.
Yep, they're good at taking away the ball. Defensively, they're really not going to let you get behind them too much. They're going to make you beat them, and they're creating turnovers right now and are also protecting the football pretty well. So
they're not a real big defense, though, are they?
No, and they're not real big, but they're always well coached. They're always going to play hard. Every year you play them, it seems like it's the same thing. So
it'll be tough, but you want to get off to a better start. If you get off to a good start, especially at home, this team seems to roll.
Oh, definitely. We need to get off to a better. If we don't get off to a better start, we might be in trouble against a team like Baker, who I think offensively is pretty good too.
Aaron, thanks for the visit.
All right, thank you.
Aaron Christensen, offensive coordinator for the Vikings, and he'll be upstairs in the booth. He and Denny Honold up in the booth talking Christensen to Paul Troth and Honold to Coach Rowe as this game progresses. We're about 9 minutes away from kickoff. Baker in town, a big game in the Heart of America Conference. Both teams yet to come back onto the field. I look across the way and a good following of Baker Wildcat fans dressed in their orange and black. They always have a good following here. And the Viking faithful and students coming in as well. A beautiful afternoon for football in Marshall. We'll be back and visit with the head coach, Paul Troth, in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
Do you eat nails for breakfast? Then you'll appreciate Kubota's tough M-Series tractor. Available with 84 to 135 turbocharged horsepower. The M-Series have direct injection Kubota diesel engines, fully synchronized transmissions, 5-speed turn, and ergonomic comfort cabs.
Just moments away
from kickoff. The M-Series are some of the toughest, hardest working, most dependable mid-size tractors on the planet. Kubota, everything you value. See Marshall Service Company in Marshall today.
I'm David Morrow, owner of DC Tree Company in Marshall. For over 2 decades, I've built my business on fair and honest customer service. You know who I am. My name is on my trucks. I don't go door to door telling you your trees are ready to fall on your house. I don't collect any money until the job is done to your satisfaction. When you have a problem with a tree, it's just that, a problem, and you want it taken care of by a reputable local company. Call DC Tree Company in Marshall at 886-1080. That's 886-1080.
Just moments away from kickoff, Paul Troth joins us, and Coach, I visited with Coach Christensen a little earlier in the pregame show, and I said if you guys could bottle up what you told your offense at halftime, you could sell it, because what a difference in halves last week.
Well, we weren't doing some things right in the first half, and the players knew it. I mean, it was just a matter of settling down, being more consistent on execution, and fortunately they did that, and the result is quite a bit different. Obviously, is we're able to get some points on the board and take back control. And really got the running game going in the second half. Yeah, I thought up front we did a pretty good job in the second half of getting off the ball, getting into people, sustaining blocks, and I thought that our running backs, Malachi had a good second half and was running hard, and we want those backs to be able to break an arm tackle and make yards after contact, and we were doing those things in the second half, and like I said, that was the difference. Always a scary thing when someone gets injured. We didn't know about Bruce for a little while, and that's kind of scary when your number one quarterback goes down, isn't it? Well, it doesn't matter what position you're talking about. Your number one is your number one. He's the best guy you got. That's why he's there. And so, you hate to see any player get injured, but it is a contact sport. So once in a while those things happen. But, fortunately for us, it wasn't as severe as initially thought, and he's fine, and he's ready to go. But when Zach came in after that first pass, he settled down too. Yeah, I thought Zach played really, really well, and, it was... that was on me on that first one. We put him in a tough situation, coming off the bench and throwing into tight situations there, so probably should have been a little smarter on the play call on that. But after that, I thought he really did a good job. He made some nice throws. He was looking in the right spots and did a good job guiding the offense. Now their defense, 14 interceptions. Yeah, I mean, if we're turning the ball over, any time you have two good teams playing, usually the team that turns it over the most is going to come up on the short end. So, it's something that we preach every week is we got to take care of the football, and certainly this game's no different. If we're turning the ball over and giving their offense a short field, then that's going to be very problematic for us. So. We work every week in protecting the ball, keeping on the rib cage, making good decisions, and not putting the ball out there into crowds, and we're going to need to take care of the football today. It seems like they have a quarterback. This Morse kid's been there forever, and, of course, they've got a transfer running back, a D1 transfer from USC, so they've got some firepower there too, don't they? Yeah, they're scoring some points and moving the ball. So, I mean, it's just a matter of, and that relates to the turnovers from the standpoint of is make their offense go a long distance, and we've got a good defense, and we feel like that if the offense has to drive the ball a long distance and, go 60, 70 yards for scores, that most of the time we're going to be okay in that situation. It's just you don't want to give them that short field and give them those opportunities. Coach, there's a lot to play for this year if you just take it one game at a time, right? Well, I mean, yeah, there's 4 teams that are kind of separated at the top of the conference, and we're one of them. Baker's one of them. So, you know, the winner of this game is going to have a leg up certainly over the other, and heading into the final few weeks of the season, you know, it's one that we want to maintain control of our own destiny, and the only way we can do that is make sure we win.
That's Coach Paul Troth, and there you go. We've summed it up now as we've heard from Mike Grossner. We heard from the offensive coordinator, a couple of players, and the head coach. Now all we have to do is play a football game, and that's coming up in just a couple of minutes. KMMO AM, Marshall, Stretch Internet, and Livestream.com, your home for Viking football in 2013. The Vikings are out on the field. The Wildcats on the far side come out in front of their their visiting crowd. Joe Baker, one of those teams, they travel pretty well. Good crowd across the way today.
Yeah, real nice crowd. And this, you go back, years back, this Missouri Valley-Baker rivalry is probably one of the most storied rivalries in the Heart of America Conference. Back to the days of Ken Gibler and Coach Charlie Richard. And you can just go right on up and down the line and talk about a lot of different matchups. But these teams have a lot of great games they can talk about over the past years. And this should be a very good one today. And
they are 2 of the original members of the conference. We'll be back in a minute with the kickoff, the Vikings and the Wildcats. Coming up, 1 minute, Viking Sports Network.
Hey, Chris here at Family Ponds today. I've been able to see the business grow over the last 5 years, and I have enjoyed working with our customers day after day. And due to the volume of business,
I think that's key. We got to play a good first half.
So, to show you our true appreciation,
we played
we're cutting our loan service charges in half from October 14th through January 11th of next year. So, come on down to Family Ponds today, 2805 West Broadway, so we can put cash in your pocket today.
Not your traditional pawn shop.
Viking Athletic Goods in the Marshall Square is your apparel headquarters for all your favorite teams. KC Chiefs, Mizzou Tigers, Missouri Valley Vikings, Marshall Owls, Slater Wildcats, Santa Fe Chiefs, and much more. Pullovers, hoodies, sweats, even socks with logos. Viking Athletic Goods also carries a nice selection of crazy socks. And for going to the games, you'll find the best stadium seats anywhere at Viking Athletic Goods on the Marshall Square.
Baker won the toss, but they have deferred to the second half, so the Vikings will get the football to start this game. And, Joe, I think it's very important today, unlike last Saturday, for this offense to move the football in the first half.
And, again, I think we've got to do exactly what we did the second half, get the running game established. If we can run the football against this Baker defense, that'll open up Bruce Reyes in the passing attack. But I think that running game is the key for success today.
This defense for Baker, they have 14 interceptions. I talked about that on the pregame show. The Vikings only have 5, and they have forced 7 fumbles. So this is a very aggressive defense. And let's see what the Vikings can do against that. You know, they'll be coming after Bruce Reyes, and I'm sure they're going to want to see how Bruce Reyes goes on that knee. He didn't sprain that knee, but he bruised that knee last week, came back in the second half, but, you know, he's got to be a little sore right now.
Well, we're going to have the 2 Davises back, Jarrell and Tyler, back to receive this opening kickoff. And, of course, they're both big play men. It'd be nice to see us get that kickoff out to around midfield or further, get good field position to start the game and take a little bit of pressure off the offense here in this first series.
The wind is blowing out of the northwest, and it is picking up, so it could and should be a factor in this football game. As you mentioned, Jarrell and Tyler Davis both back deep for the Vikings. Jarrell averages 23.6 yards a return on his kickoff. And when Tyler Davis return kicks, he averages about 31 yards. So these 2 guys can improve field possession in a hurry. Vikings in their purple. And the ball is in the air. And it's going to send, it looks like that was Turk back there, sends him deep into the end zone. So the Vikings will take over at their own 25-yard line. They had Darian Turk back there.
They pulled a shift right before the ball was kicked. They had Jarrell and Tyler lined up deep. All of a sudden, they go to the 2 sides, and Turk goes into that deep spot in the middle. But didn't make any difference who was back there. They kicked it deep into the end zone.
Went into the end zone, so the Vikings will take it at the 25. Bruce Reyes is the starting quarterback. Jarrell Davis, Jacoby Ballard are the wide receivers. Malachi Daniels will start at that running back spot. Of course, he and James Tillman and Nigel Dahl will trade off there. Delvon Franklin is the blocking back to start. Zach Thomas is the tight end. Wide receivers, Delvon Franklin is that blocking back, lined up to the left side. Vikes want to pass on first down. Over the middle to Zach Thomas, the tight end. Gets across the 30 to the 32-yard line. A gain of a couple of yards, or actually about 6 or 7 yards. It should be about second down, and we'll call it 3, a gain of 7 by Zach Thomas, his 7th catch of the year.
Yeah, nice opening drive pass. Tucker Pauley, a sophomore linebacker, made the stop for Baker, but it's 2nd and 3 Vikings.
We'll give you that offensive line after this play. Empty backfield for Reyes as the Vikes show 3 wides to the left side. Now they swing it back to Jacoby Ballard. Ballard gets the first down to the 35 to the 36-yard line. Didn't get much, didn't need much, and the Vikings pick up a first down. Over there getting in the way is Austin Ham. This guy has 24 tackles and 3 sacks. He's a defensive lineman, but he'll be all over the field today.
Yeah, 240-pound senior out of Spring Hill, Kansas. Like you say, one of the leading tacklers, but a couple nice short completions for the Vikes to get their first down of the game.
Roy Wolfram was over there blocking. He is the center. He is a junior out of Wentzville. Zavon Moore and Derek Millhop are the guards. On for the first running play right up the middle. Big hole for Malachi Daniels. The ball is fumbled. I think they're going to whistle it down. One of the Wildcats had it and was taken off down the field, Mike Stevenson, but that play was whistled dead. But there's that very aggressive defense. They try to strip that ball on every play. They may have had it, but it was whistled down. I think it was a good call. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Good push that time by the Viking offensive line. A gain of 6. Derek Smith, a senior linebacker, there to make the stop for Baker, but 3 productive plays for the Vikes here right off the bat.
Zach Gibson and Benjamin Joseph are the tackles this afternoon. Joseph replacing Eddie Fontes. Here's a pass. They swing it out to try to get it to the outside to Darian Turk, and that defense was there to stop him for no gain. It'll be 3rd down and about 5 as they shot through there. Adam Novak, Austin Ham, Nick Shondell, and Nick Becker up front. Emerson Clark, a good linebacker. Tucker Pauley and Derek Smith, and then Mike Stevenson, Preston Schenk, Gunnar McKenna, and Dwayne Sims are the cornerbacks.
Yeah, Nick Becker, the freshman defensive end, made that last stop, loss of a yard, so it's 3rd and 5 Vikes.
Vikings have picked up 1 first down, looking for another one. Throw to the sideline. It is caught by Baird, and he's got the first down. Young man from Farmington made the catch on the Baker sideline, maybe 6 inches, maybe a foot in front of that first down marker. That's all he needed, got the first down.
That was a perfect throw by Bruce Reyes. That was an out pattern, didn't have a lot of room for error, pretty good defensive coverage, but Bird ran a good pattern. Bruce put it right where he had it to, and it's a first down Vikes just shy of midfield.
Vikings have it, their own 47-yard line. Reyes again, this time working out of the shotgun and wants to throw again. Pocket holds. He throws it deep down the sideline. Oh, overthrows Jarrell Davis. He had gotten behind the coverage, but that pass sailed a little bit. Davis dove for it, couldn't come up with it. It'll be 2nd down. He had about 2 or 3 steps on the defender.
You know, one thing I noticed on that play, though, Ken, that Viking offensive line gave Bruce Reyes a lot of time to throw. He had Davis open down there, had time to look over the field, and good job by the O-line.
He was open. 2nd down and 10. Reyes, they throw over the middle. This is complete to Turk. Turk lowers the shoulder, gets to the 45-yard line of the Wildcats. An 8-yard gain. It brings up 3rd down and 2.
There on the stop for Baker that time was Preston Schenk, defensive back. Also one of the linebackers, Todd Humiston, freshman out of Salina, Kansas. They've got several freshmen starting in this defensive lineup for Baker, but a pretty good gain. Let's call that a gain of about 8 on the play. So 3rd and 2 for the Vikes, ball right on the Baker 45-yard line.
That was the 23rd catch of the year for Turk. 3rd and 2. They want to throw on 3rd down, and now Reyes is going to run with it. He looks for the outside, gets a good block, skips out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And boy, did he get a block from Zach Thomas to spring him for the first down.
Yeah, Zach, that old converted defensive lineman, now playing tight end. And you're right, he put a monster block on one of the defensive ends for Baker and freed Bruce up for about 5 more yards. It's a gain of 5 on the play down to the 40. Vikes their 3rd first down, 1st and 10 with 11:45 to go in the first quarter, no score.
Vikings driving, started this drive at their own 25-yard line. Now Davis goes in motion. Vikings want to run this time. They give it off to Daniels. Nothing there. Maybe a yard as he tries to run to the left side, and that's tough going over there. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Not much there for Malachi Daniels.
Again, that was senior Derek Smith, linebacker. And I tell you, he's very active at that linebacker position. I'm not sure where he ranks in the number of total tackles, but he moved laterally very well that time to stop Daniels for a very short 1-yard gain.
Well, he's from Oak Grove. 45 tackles coming in and 5 interceptions, so he's a very active player. Vikings run a sweep. They turn the corner, and Daniels steps out of bounds close to the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 32. Boy, he had a wall of blockers there. Zach Gibson was one of those. Wolfram was out there, and they're going to mark it at the 32. So again, for the second time in a row, 3rd down and 2.
And again, the Vikings a productive running play, and that's so positive to see. Big 3rd down play here. Ball right, as you said, on the 32.
Daniel stays in. The Vikings will work out of the pistol this time. Reyes now goes under center to Roy Wolfram. Now he may be changing the play as he settles back into the pistol with 4 on the shot clock, and he rolls out to his right. He's going to throw it deep into the corner. It is incomplete. Good coverage as he tried to get it to Turk, and it'll be 4th down and 2. And will the Vikings go for it here? I imagine they will.
Preston Schenk, the junior defensive back out of Lawrence, Kansas, there to break that pass up. That was a well-thrown ball to Turk, but Schenk got back there, got a hand on it. So like you said, 4th down and 2, and it's going to be an awfully long field goal. So I think the Vikes will probably go for it, but we'll see what happens.
Well, they've got 15 on the play clock. Shot clock, I'm thinking basketball.
Yeah, we're close.
They've got 15 seconds. They may just go ahead and take a timeout. I think they will. So the Vikings are going to run this down, play clock down. Then they're going to take a timeout and talk about it. 10:29 to go in the first quarter. No score. Valley facing a 4th down and a 2 at the Baker 32-yard line. We'll be back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
At Exchange Bank, Missouri,
Bruce could have run that.
About Bruce to grow deep and last.
He should
In 1927, our employees have lived, worked, and grown in our communities. We are the fastest growing bank in Saline and Howard counties. We promise excellence. We promise to work for you, to earn and keep your business.
They took a delay of game penalty. They're going to punt.
Home loans, checking and savings, ag loans, or complex business needs. Exchange Bank of Missouri is here for you. This is Don Brown, and we look forward to being your banker, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the Vikings did not take a timeout. They took a delay of game, and now they're going to punt. Jason Maiden in there standing around midfield to get it away. Good snap. High, wobbly spiral. The Vikings are down there, and they're down at the 4-yard line. Boy, that's where, they use that speed, and Darian Turk was waiting for it, and he made the catch at the 4-yard line. That's where the Baker offense will take over.
That was a picture-perfect pooch punt by Jason Maiden. Got it right down inside the 5, and Darian Turk looked like a center fielder waiting for a fly ball to come down. He got under the ball, caught it with both hands. Just a picture-perfect play to pin Baker deep in their own territory. 10:21 to go in the first quarter. We're still scoreless.
And without that 5-yard penalty, that ball would have been in the end zone.
It would have.
So I guess that paid up.
Good call by Coach Straw.
All right, here's Jake Morris. He's the starting quarterback. Has been bothered with a shoulder injury. He's a senior, number 10, but he's in there to start this game, and the big running back is Dylan Baxter. Baxter gets the ball and straight ahead, running hard out to about the 11 or 12-yard line. He'll pick up a good 7 yards. Baxter comes in with 670 yards, 3 touchdowns, but 95.7 a game. He is the transfer out of the University of Southern California. He's a good one, and he was on the field at USC. He wasn't just 4-string tailback. So
Denny Reyes made that first hit, I believe, for the Vikings on that play.
Clarence Clark, a freshman wide receiver. They talked about him a lot. Here's the running play that gets very little, so it'll be 3rd down and about 3. Tyler Hatcher is a wide receiver. T.J. Holtrop is the tight end. Alex Stebbins is another wide receiver. Michael Lisher is the center. Sheldon Jacks, Jared Fromm, Greg Schnell, and Jesse Austin are the tackles. It is 3rd down and about 3.5 to go for Baker deep in their own end after a very little game there.
Ty Phillips on the tackle.
Flag is down, and they give it off to the fullback, Alex Stebbins, and he is rocked at about the 13-yard line, but there is a flag down. Let's see. It's going to be offside on the Vikings, I believe. Vikings had that stop, but someone was offside.
Yeah. First big break of the game. That'll give Baker a 1st down. That'll take the ball out to about the, looks like about the 17-yard line. So the Wildcats will have it 1st and 10. And, boy, they're really going with a hurry-up offense right now.
Ty Phillips, Leon Jackson, the conference defensive player of the week, and Khalid Muhammad up front. We mentioned Danny Reyes, Andrew Human, Brad Avila, Dominic McDonald, also linebackers. They try to run the ball. Nothing there. In fact, maybe a half of a yard, and that'll be it. As the Vikings swarm to Cameron Tornadon, who is the running back, as he came in replace of Baxter.
Denny Reyes, Andrew Human, and Philip Fowler all on the stop for the Vikes. Very short gain.
Second down. Rolling is Morris. He wants to throw, completes it. He'll be shy of the first down as he completes it to Alex Stebbins coming out of the backfield again. But it'll be third down and about 2.
Michael Barnes, the stop for the Vikings. Pretty productive play that time. So a big third down here in the early part of the game. And, boy, Baker taking no time in the huddle.
They don't want the Vikings to make those changes. Here's the handoff. They're trying to run wide. The Vikings are there. They stuff this play at the 23-yard line, and that's Ty Phillips.
Hello, Mr. Phillips. Ty just reached out that time. He was on one knee, reached out with that big right arm and brought Baxter right to the ground. So, as we've seen so many times this year, a nice stop, nice stand by the Viking defense.
Well, if you're going to run that sweep, I'd go the other way. I wouldn't run it against him.
I'd know where he is at all times.
Well, they did pick up one first down. It was because of the penalty. So now a punt coming up for the Wildcats. Brian Williams does that. Standing back at his own 10-yard line. We're in the first quarter, no score. Here come the Vikes. He gets it away, and he sails this one into that wind. Tyler Davis back and makes an over-the-shoulder grab of the 15-yard line. Heads to the far side of the field, gets a great block. He's to the 20, to the 25-yard line, out to the 30, and that's it. And once again, just a tremendous block. Keith O'Neill, wow, did he nail?
I think that was Sherrard Allen.
It was Sherrard Allen.
I think that was Sherrard Allen. The real boy. I mean, he just leveled. He saw the Baker guy coming, and he hit him right between the numbers.
Logan DeGrave was slow to get up as Sherrard Allen just nailed him. It was an over-the-shoulder catch, and as Tyler tried to get to the outside, it was a legal block, and wow, did he put a hit on DeGrave, and thankfully DeGrave got up.
Right in the chest.
Great punt. First down. Ball at the 30-yard line. As the Vikings go to the air again. Whoa, what a tackle that was. They didn't get the block as the Vikings try to throw that bubble screen out there. And Emerson Clark, the linebacker, was there, and he made the Vikings pay a loss of 4.
That was kind of one of those, you hit us in the mouth, we're going to hit you right back. That was a pretty good hit that time by Clark. And I guess I say lucky that held on to the ball, but maybe not because we lost 2 yards on the play.
Well, the second down at about 13. 7 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter. Vikings will run the football, looking for anywhere to go with it, and there's not much there. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, bring up third down and 11. As James Tillman went along that line from center up to the left, trying to find a little hole. There just was nothing there. And once again, Austin Ham leading the tackler.
Austin Ham and Tyrell Everett, the defensive end on that side, team up to make the tackle. So let's call it third down and 11, 6:31 to go in the first quarter.
Empty backfield now. They're going to bring Tillman back in. Tillman will work with Reyes. Vikings need 11. Over the middle, they complete it. Very short gain to Jacoby Ballard. Tried to get it to him and have him work across the field, but a very sure tackle. And very quiet 3 and out for Valley, and they'll have to punt it away, and Maiden right back into punt it.
Sophomore Tucker Pauley, a 200-pounder out of Grain Valley, Missouri, there to make the stop for Baker. So, boy, you feel Baker defense. Well, the fans on the other side showing approval for that defensive stand by their defense.
Cameron Tornadon back deep, standing at the 34-yard line. Maiden will be punting his second punt into the wind. Gets it away. Nice high spiral, but the wind really grabs that one. But it takes a good Valley roll inside the 30 and is down at the 27. That's about all you can expect. Now there is a flag down way back where Jason Maiden was standing. So let's see what this is about.
Could be a rough. That's in the area of roughing the kicker, but we don't know that that's the call.
I did not see it. I was watching the ball.
I was too. Now, Coach Paul Troth, the official, saying something to Coach Troth over on the sideline.
Ball is at the 27-yard line. I think the Vikes may get the ball back. Running into.
Oh, okay. I guess it's no first down.
Yeah, 5-yard penalty. It was not a roughing. It was running into. So it's only a 5-yard penalty, so the Vikings will take that. And Paul thinking, hey, into the wind, that's a pretty good punt.
That's about as good as you're going to get. 2 good punts so far from the Carrollton product, Jason Maiden.
So the Vikings will go to work defensively. This Viking defense is ranked 3rd in the country scoring, giving up just 12.2 points again. They're 1st in total defense, 225 yards a game. 2nd in rushing, 63.5 a game. So one of the top defenses in the country again. And on first down, they hand it off, and now they're going to throw it. Good fake by Morris as he faked it up the middle and then rolled to his left and threw and completed the pass to the tight end, T.J. Haltrop. And that is a gain of 9. It'll be set. Well, it's a first down. 1st and 10. He got 10 yards out of that.
Brad Avila, the stop for the Vikings.
On first down, they run the football. Not much there. But you pointed out on the last possession, they're going hurry up, not really giving the Vikings much of a chance at all to change up front. Now Brad Wolf and Khalid Mohammed and Valen Stedham all come in. But the Wildcats are ready to go again after that 2-yard gain. 5 minutes to go, scoreless first quarter.
Well, we talk about the Viking depth. They like to shuffle guys in and out, and it's tough to do when they're snapping the ball that quickly.
They may be changing the play now, the Wildcats. And they're going to keep it on the ground to Baxter, and he got a yard, and that's it. Well, who's got to hang someone down at the bottom? That may have been Ty again.
I think that was Dominic McDonald,
number 43, who had a hold of a leg, and it's 3rd down and 7. Another big 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, Vikes need to stop right here because I tell you, the Baker punter really boomed that last punt. He's got quite a leg.
3rd down and long. Avila checks out of the ball game, holding that left shoulder and arm. 3rd and long, 6 or 7. Vikings show blitz, but the Wildcats pick it up, and they've got the first down. Vikings blitz, but after the catch, run for the first down. And that is Dylan Baxter, and showing those good moves to pick up a first down. So for the first time, Baker's in Valley territory at the 49-yard line.
Michael Barnes wrestled him down on that last play.
Vikings show blitz again, and they get to Baxter. He tried to stop and cut as the blitz was coming right up the middle, and he slipped and went down. That'll be a 3-yard loss. It'll be 2nd down and 13.
He looked up, and all he could see was Ty Phillips, and also right there for the Vikings, right in the neighborhood to make the stop was Valen Stedham. So good job by the Vikings.
So a loss of 3, 2nd down and 13. This hurry-up offense. We're down to 3:43, scoreless first quarter. 2 wide receivers off to the right side. Morris looks that way, pumps once. He rolls that way, throws. It's incomplete as the pressure was on as he was being chased not only by Ty Phillips but Rafi McLee, and his pass was incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 13.
Philip Fowler there on the defensive coverage in the backfield, but like you said, good pressure by both Ty and Rafi, and that's what you're going to have to do to Morris. He's a very active quarterback. Going to have to keep the pressure on him, make him throw the ball before he wants to.
3rd down and 13. Ball at the 48-yard line of the Wildcats. And Morrison may be changing the play as now he's walking up behind the line, giving all the linemen the play. And they're going to keep it on the ground and try to bounce it to the outside and close to a first down at the 39. As they run the ball, and it's going to be very close. They run the ball to Baxter, started to his left, came back to the right, and it's awfully close to a first down. He did get a 13 and a first down. Wow, 3rd and 13, they run the ball.
Tackled by Randolph Tribble, but again, it's a first down at the 39. So Baker moving the ball. They've moved from about their own 30, inside their own 30, into Viking territory.
Tornadon comes in now at that running back spot. They give him the ball. He's hit. Bounces to the outside. He's to the 35. Now run out of bounds at about the 28. Vikings stopped him but didn't wrap him up. And the Baker Wildcats are moving downfield on this top-ranked Viking defense.
Yeah, Tyler Davis there to finally bump him out of bounds. But like I say, nice job of bouncing to the outside that time by the running back. Is that Tornadon?
Tornadon, yep. And he is staying in there, he and Baxter. Vikings show blitz. Here they come. They get it to Tornadon. And no, this time they're going to throw it out wide. They got a man there to the 15, down to about the 10-yard line, and that's T.J. Haltrop again. Great fake inside to Tornadon. Here come the Wildcats. They are moving the football.
Philip Fowler finally bumps bumps him out of bounds, but not until he gets the ball all the way down inside the 15. Let's call it down to about the 13-yard line. 1st and 10, Baker. 2:43 to go in the first quarter. Baker trying to get on the board first here.
Boy, they look sharp on this drive. Morris doing a great job of faking up the middle. Late first quarter, and they're trying to score first. Vikings' first drive was successful, but it stalled out. And now the Wildcats have to take a timeout. 2:26 to go in the first quarter. No score, but Baker on the move deep in Valley territory. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Peak Performance Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine is Mid-Missouri's leader in orthopedic physical therapy services. I'm Ron Renard, physical therapist and clinical director. Peak Performance provides some of the latest treatment innovations, including clinical certification in kinesiotaping and instrumentated soft tissue techniques, which rapidly improve healing time and relieve pain. So if you find yourself needing physical therapy services, call us at Peak Performance Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Find us on the web at peakperformpt.com or visit us in Marshall, Sedalia, or Fayette.
Baker had to take a timeout. They really didn't want to. That gives the Viking defense time to talk a little bit. Big play in this drive was a 3rd and 13. They ran the ball, and Dylan Baxter got 13 yards.
I think everybody in the house thought that was going to be a pass, and the Vikes had the rush on, and Baxter a good job hitting a hole and lowering his head and driving forward.
Vikings drove the ball the last time they had, or the first time they had it. Last time it was 3 and out. All right, Torneden stays in at the running back spot for Jake Morris. Morris will give it to him, running to the left side. He's got a hold. He's to the 5, hit there, down at the 4 on the far side of the field. It is not a first down, but very close. He's 2nd down at about 2. Those big guys up front, Jesse Austin, Sheldon Jackson, Michael Lisher on that side did a heck of a job.
Michael Barnes and Tyler Davis bump him out of bounds, but he's inside the 5.
2nd down and 2. They give it this time to Baxter. He's close to the goal line. Didn't get in, but it's 1st and goal from the 1. Very impressed with this Baker team. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Morris takes the snap straight ahead. I don't know if they got there or not. They gave it up to fullback Stebbins, and he's going to be held short. It'll be 2nd down and goal from the 1.
Well, I think this hurry-up offense is really disrupting the Viking defensive rhythm right now. And a lot of teams run the hurry-up, but they're running the hurry up and really getting up to the line very quickly.
Tackle was made by Tribble along with Ty Phillips, with 2nd and goal from really inside the 1-yard line. Morris turns, they hand it off again, diving for the goal line, trying to get in. Still no signal. As I don't think they made it. Yeah, now they indicate touchdown. So the Vikings defense tried to hold it, but a touchdown for Baker, and they get the first score of this football game. Wow. What a drive. A very impressive drive by Baker.
Yeah, that was a good drive. They started, I don't remember, right around their own 27-yard line, I think. And, boy, they went 73 yards, just 3 or 4 or 5 yards a pop.
And now they'll try to take a 7-0 lead. Clarence Clark, he's a fine wide receiver as a freshman, also the place kicker. Ball is down. His kick is on the way. It's up and it's through. 7-0 Baker. A 1-yard run. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. We'll be back on the Viking Sports Network.
Are you turning 65? Are you a senior who is losing your group health coverage? I'm Judy Limecooler with Limecooler Insurance Services here in Marshall. Don't rely on an 800 number for service when you can get it right here in your local area. Come talk to us about your health insurance options or call 886-9775. We offer Medicare supplements, Part D drug programs, and Medicare Advantage plans. Find out the right choice for you. So pick up the phone and call Limecooler Insurance Services at 886-9775. At Limecooler Insurance Services, it's our family taking care of your family.
Impressive drive for the Wildcats, and they cap it off with a 1-yard run. They used the pass and the run on that drive. So the Vikings the last few years have been able to get an early lead, but not today. KMMO AM Marshall, Stretch Internet, livestream.com, your home for Viking football. Game also brought to you by Geyer Chemical and Geyer Gas Houston.
Well, one thing I think we're seeing, Ken, this Baker team is very physical up front.
Vikings now again doing that, bringing Tyler up and sending Turk back deep, and he's going to get a chance to return this one as he'll grab it right at the goal line. Turk waits for a block. He's to the 10, to the 15, tries to turn his field, makes a nice move, and gets out to the 25, 26-yard line. Good job by the Wildcats to stay at home, so the Vikings will take over at their own 26. Now they trail 7-0.
Jose Castro, a defensive back, a senior, made the tackle for Baker, but Darian got the ball out across the 25 to about the 26, so Vikes set up shop for the third time. First drive, pretty productive. They didn't score, but they moved the ball. Last drive was 3 and out, so let's see what happens this time.
And down 7-0. Late first quarter. Second home game in a row. The Vikes have been behind in the first half. Reyes on first down, wants to run the football, and the pile doesn't move. He might have got a yard, and that's going to be about it. Maybe out to the 27 or 28-yard line goes Malachi Daniels, the freshman out of Branson, but not much there. Gain of 2, second down and 8.
There on the stop again was the Oak Grove product, Derek Smith, the senior, and he's, as we said, very active linebacker. A gain of 2 on the play. Second and 8.
Vikings send one wide receiver off to the right side. Now send a man in motion. Reyes wants to throw to the sideline, completes it to Jarrell Davis, and he backs out of bounds at the 36. That should be enough for a first down. Very close.
Junior defensive back Mike Stevenson bumps him out of bounds, but that is a first down.
Good job, caught it. Got that foot down, just backed out of bounds on the Viking sideline, and the linesman said, yeah, that's enough for a first down. So Valley trying to answer that score by the Wildcats. Jacoby Ballard goes wide to the left side. 3 wide receivers off to the right. And now Mikkel Johnson comes back in motion. They're going to run the ball, try to run a sweep to the short side of the field. Malachi Daniels gets to the 39. That's a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. Had some linemen there, but again, running to the short side of the field. So the Vikes pick up decent yardage on first down.
Tucker Pauly and again Derek Smith there to whack Malachi down. But that is a gain of 3 on first down. Ball out to about the 39-yard line, and that's going to end the first quarter.
7-0. Baker with a lead here at Greg Mitchell Field. We'll be back with quarter number 2 in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
Dr. Kelly Ross and the team at Marshall Orthopedic and Sports Medicine welcomes Dr. Brian Ellison, orthopedic surgeon, and Diane Schlesselman, certified athletic trainer. This expanded team, working with the physical therapists at Marshall Rehabilitation Services, is a perfect fit to keep you in the game. And if you're injured, get you back in the game. Ask to be seen at Marshall Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, conveniently located at Fitzgibbon Hospital. Learn more at fitzgibbon.org. Fitzgibbon Hospital, your regional healthcare provider.
As we start the second quarter, the Vikings will have the wind at their back, and it is a factor. It certainly was on that punt by Maiden. But, Joe, I think you don't want to get in a shootout with this team, and I don't think we will. Viking defense will make some adjustments, but you don't want to get a couple scores down to this Baker team because their defense is good enough. They can shut you out as well.
Well, they can, and I think the Vikings may not be able to make quite as many substitutions play by play like they're used to doing with this Baker hurry-up offense because, well, they're getting up to the line very quickly, and Coach Monty Rowe does a great job of that defense, and I know they'll figure it out. And offense has moved the ball fairly well. Let's see if we can keep it going. We've got it now second down and about 7 at our own 39-yard line.
Well, the Wildcats average 39.9 points a game, Valley 30.3, so both teams can light it up. Here's a quick pass to Turk. Turk gets in the middle of the field, and he's dropped immediately. Boy, nice job. It looked like that play may go for some yardage, but the pass was a little bit behind him. By the time he made the catch on that inside screen, the defense was there, and he lost a yard. It's 3rd and 8.
I think that was Austin Ham who got there to make
he's all over the field, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
They told me he's every bit as good as Andre Jolly. They lost him to a knee injury for the year, but they said this Ham, he's about as good. 3rd and 8. Vikings. Own side of the field. Reyes rolls to his right. He throws it and overthrows Jarrell Davis by a good 7 or 8 yards.
And Jarrell was open. Jarrell
wide open.
Had it on the sideline, and Bruce just overshot him. So Vikes are going to have to kick it away this time. They'll have the wind at their back.
He was wide open at about the 45. Would have been a first down. But here's Maiden to punt it away.
Third punt of the game for Jason.
And Torneden is back deep. Let's see if he can use that win. Standing back at his own 23 or 24-yard line. Low snap. He gets it, rushes on, gets it away. This one is a low line drive, but it takes a very good Viking bounce. If the ball is loose, and there's a fight for it at the 14-yard line. As Torneden had it hit him, the Vikings kept it in play. Torneden went down to get it, and I think he was able to come up with a football.
Wow, we should have had that ball. We might have it. They haven't given a signal yet. They're going to talk about it. But
the ball hit Torneden.
Yeah, they're going to discuss it here. It's right on the sideline.
The Vikings kept it in play at the 14-yard line. Torneden is hoping that he got possession of it. And let's see what they're going to rule here.
That was not a smart play by Torneden. That ball was spinning and twisting, and he tried to make an unbelievable pickup, and it almost and could have cost him. We'll see what the call is.
Vikings defenders are coming out on the field like that ball belongs to the Wildcats. Ball's at the 14-yard line, one way or the other. I didn't see who finally came up with it.
The Vikes they were in good position to recover the fumble, but I'm not sure that they did.
Torneden dropped the ball, and then one of the Vikings was there. The Vikings are saying they've got the ball, but no indication from our group of officials yet.
Let's see. They're going to talk about it now. We're going to make a signal, give a signal.
Still conferencing. They're going to make us wait a few more seconds here. Just underway in the second quarter, 7-0.
Oh, they're ahead. Go ahead and give it to us. Give it to us.
I think they're going to give them. They're going to give the ball back to Baker.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see it. I can't argue with that call. There was a mass of bodies on the ground.
Now we're going to watch it here on the replay on live stream. And the ball did hit Torneden. The Vikings touched it.
They were there. I mean, they had an opportunity to recover.
But the ball may have been out of bounds. So, ball's at the 14-yard line. Let's see if the Viking defense can keep them down here.
Empty backfield for Morse.
McDonald backs way off in coverage now from his linebacker spot. Here's Morse, three-man rush. He's being pushed back to the goal line, throws it away. He was shoved back to the goal line by Ty Phillips. Ty couldn't grab him, and he tried to just throw it out to his tight end, T.J. Holtrep. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Vikes were there around the goal line, couldn't get to him.
Yeah, good rush that time by the Vikings. Just almost had him back around the 2-yard line, but it's going to be 2nd down and 10, just underway here in the second quarter. Baker up 7-0.
Now Dylan Baxter in the backfield with him. Vikes wanted that sack down around the goal line. They wanted that football, didn't get it. So 2nd down, they're going to give it off to Baxter. He's hit, stays on his feet, hit again, and now bounces through to the 19-yard line. The Vikings never did have him to the turf. They had him down, but he was on top of one of the defensive players, and he just kept the legs moving and gets all the way out to the 19. That's a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Michael Barnes whacks him down. I see no way he got out of that pile right there. Just a great run that time by Baxter.
In the transfer out of USC, but 3rd down and 5. Big play early second quarter. Ty Phillips is after his quarterback, and he has to throw it in a hurry, trying to get it to Holtrop, and it's incomplete. Vikings take over. You can thank Big 45 for that. He was all over Morris.
Ty was step for step with Morris that time. Now the Vikes will get it. Baker's going to have to punt the ball into the wind, so with 13-19 to go in the half, barring something unusual, the Vikes should get pretty good field position here.
Tyler Davis is back there to return this. Tyler does not have a punt return or a kick return for a touchdown this year.
This would be a good time to start.
Brian Williams will punt it, standing at his own 5-yard line. Let's see if the Vikes want to come after him. Don't want to be offside here. Yep. Vikings let him punt it. That's high, short, into the wind. Tyler Davis calling for a fair catch and making it at the 42-yard line. So pretty good field position. Yep. Benedictine leads Culver Stockton 14-0 in the second quarter. Peru State over Central 24-3 in the second quarter. Mid-America Nazarene and Avila tied at 15 in the second quarter. And Evangeline Graceland tied at 7 in the first quarter. Other scores from the Heart.
Could be a weird Saturday. Who knows?
Nice punt there by Williams. And a good job by Tyler Davis to field it. You don't want that thing to bounce another 15, 20 yards.
Let's go deep on the first play.
I would like to see that as well. So here you have the wind at your back. First down, Vikings work out of the shotgun. Take the snap. They're going to swing it to Turk. Turk trying to turn the corner. He's got one block. Gets to midfield. Flag is thrown, and that's probably going to be against the Vikings. That flag came from the secondary. So the Vikings had about a 7 or 8 yard gain, but it's going to be a hold, I'm sure.
And I mean, the official slammed that flag to the turf, so he had a little emotion on that one. It's going to be holding against the Vikings. That's going to back them up 10. Going to be 1st and 20.
The Viking offense this year averages a lot of yards, 444 yards a game, but there have been stretches where they just have really not been efficient. First drive today, they moved right down the field. It stalled, but now after that penalty, it's 1st and 20. Wind at the back, though.
Well, after that last defensive stand, you kind of feel like the Vikes are picking up momentum. Now the offense needs to keep that momentum going.
First down at the 34-yard line. Out of the pistol. Reyes takes the snap, steps up, pocket hold, throws it too high for his intended receiver, Turk. Again, that pass was not catchable. And Turk made a good move, but Bruce Reyes threw it over his head, so it's 2nd down and 20. And Turk took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, he did. Gunnar McKenna was the guy that delivered the shot. He's a junior defensive back out of Holton, Kansas, and racked Darian pretty hard after the ball had already passed.
But it was 2nd down and 20. Again, he was open, but that pass was not catchable. And the wind may have something to do with it. It's 2nd down and 20 with 12:43 to go in the first half. 7-0, Baker with a lead. Reyes pumps once. Now he's going to throw a screen. They get to the Nigel Dahl. Dahl breaks one tackle, turns up the sideline. Nigel still running and fumbles the ball out of bounds across the 45. We're going to give him a couple of extra yards close to midfield. Good job by Nigel Dahl, as he should have been hit around the original line of scrimmage, but he picks up about another 7 or 8. They're going to mark it at the Viking 48, brings down a manageable 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that really has about a 10-yard gain on that play. So Nigel, good second effort that time, and his first trip into the game today. So big 3rd down play here with 12 and a half minutes to go in the half. Vikes down by a touchdown.
Jonathan Bird comes wide to the right side. Jarrell Davis in the slot, same side. Nigel Dahl, the running back, lines up to the left of Reyes on this 3rd down and 5. Reyes in trouble, steps up. He's in trouble, and down he goes. Back at the 42. Nobody was open. Bruce stayed in the pocket too long, and he got sacked, so it's going to be another punting situation. Adam Novak with the sack.
And Adam Novak, another freshman, so that's about the 3rd or 4th freshman on this Baker defense that's made a tackle or a big play here in the early going. So
the offense, again, 3 and out.
Maiden will have to kick it away.
The penalty really hurt there.
Yeah, it did. And that was we had pretty good field position to start that drive.
So Maiden will punt it again. Torneden is back deep. Good snap. Rushes on. He gets it away. Nice high spiral. Torneden back and makes the catch. Oh, they did not call the fair catch. And he gets to the 20-yard line. Now he's going to be run out of bounds at about the 23. Well, I thought Torneden would make a fair catch. He did not. And he picks up about another 10 yards out to the Viking 23-yard line. So that's where the Wildcats will take over. They lead it by the score of 7-0. This Viking defense. We haven't had a defensive score in a while, Joe. Maybe we can get one here.
It'd be good to see right now. Travis Thornton, one of the wide receivers, a senior out of Kentwood, Louisiana, and his family's here almost every game. He was there to bump Torneden out of bounds, but a nice punt return as Torneden gets the ball out to about the 23-yard line.
This Baker team playing solid, and they have a 7-0 lead, and they bring Baxter back into the game. Jake Morris at quarterback. Morris turns. They hand it off to Baxter. Boy, his shifty moves up the middle, gets across the 25, out to about the 29. That'll be a gain of 6. It's 2nd down and 4.
Dominic McDonald and Valen Stidham there on the stop of the Vikings. But again, that's a good gain on 1st down. And boy, Baxter just keeps those legs a-churning.
He is a good one. The Vikings show blitz. They give it to Baxter, and he breaks a tackle close to a 1st down at the 32. And then he stumbled and went down. I think he'll be a little shy. It'll be 3rd and about 1. He just could not keep his balance. 3rd and 1 coming up. Ball to the left hash mark.
Andrew Human and I think Jonathan Sanchez tripped him up on the play.
3rd down Vikings want to stop right here, but it'll be tough to stop Baxter to 1 yard. They give it to Morris. Low snap off to Baxter. First down as he gets out to the 34-yard line, running to the right side. Jared Fromm and Greg Snell on that side. It's a first down at the 35-yard line.
Well, you watch Baxter. He kind of stops in the backfield, checks out to see where the hole is, then he explodes towards that line of scrimmage. Yep. So not just a good runner, he seems like a very smart offensive running back.
Now Torneden comes in on this possession. Ball to 35. Baker up 7-0, 10-21 first half. And they'll get the ball to start the second half. Morris wants to throw on first down. It's intercepted. Ball is picked off at the 25-yard line. Down to the 15. Ball is now fumbled, and it's going to go back to Baker.
Wow. Denny Reyes.
Denny Reyes picked it off, got the ball to the 10, then he fumbled it. And Baker's going to recover inside the 10-yard line. Oh, man.
You called that when you said it's time for the big defensive play, and Reyes about 10 yards from touchdown land and got hit from behind, jarred the ball loose, and so a big break for the Wildcats. They get it back with poor field position, so let's take advantage of this.
Well, the ball's back at the 5-yard line, but boy, the Vikings would love to have it there, but they don't.
Yeah.
So first down at the 5, the interception by Reyes, but then he coughed it up. Torneden is the running back, and they will give him the ball. He gets out to about the 8-yard line. It'll be second down. Reyes in on the tackle. You've got to forget about that and go back to work.
Yeah, Denny's still mad from that fumble. Pretty good whack on Torneden that time. That's going to be a gain of, let's call that a gain of 2 on the play, out to about the 7. Second down and 8 for Baker.
So Reyes got his interception, his first of the year, but then fumbled it. Second down, Vikings show blitz. Morris wants to throw out of the end zone. He completes it for absolutely no gain to T.J. Holtrup, his tight end.
Philip Fowler, a very good open field tackle. Philip comes up from that secondary, and again, Philip is a senior defensive back. He hails from San Diego, California. And it's going to be 3rd and about 7 right now. So big defensive play for the Vikes right here.
Good job by Fowler. Let's see if the Vikes can hold empty backfield. 3 wide receivers to the left side, 2 to the right on this third down play. The ball is at the 8-yard line. There was no gain on that play. Morris will take the snap. Want to throw. Vikings rush. He's going to throw it up top, looking deep. It is incomplete. And a flag is thrown. You've got to be kidding me.
Tyler Davis going to be whistled for pass interference.
Wow. Both players going for the ball, and they're going to throw the flag.
I don't know. I didn't see there could have been some holding or whatever, but it looked like at the end of the play they were both diving headlong for the football, so that's going to be a bad break for the Vikings.
Both diving for the ball, and they call the interference. Yeah. I'm watching it on the replay here. No, they were both going for the ball. There was no interference there at all.
2 bad breaks for the Vikings here. They lose that fumble when they look like they're about ready to go in to score on a defensive pass interception. Then that pass interference call against Tyler Davis on 3rd and long. So Baker's they're getting the breaks right now.
Yeah, well, you're right in front of the Baker bench, but it looked like the receiver was falling down along with Tyler, and the ball was overthrown anyway. But nonetheless, that's the call. The ball's at the 24-yard line, first down. 7-0 Wildcats. They've got the lead. 8:52 to go in the half. And, boy, what a huge break that is. On first down, they want to keep the ball on the ground, try to get to the outside, and Torneden is thrown down. The Vikings stopping back at the 21. I think Danny's playing with a purpose right now.
Denny Reyes, Leon Jackson, and Rafi McLee all in the neighborhood that time. Let's call that a loss of 3 on the play. So good job of wrestling Torneden down in the backfield.
He's still in there on this second down and 12 for the Wildcats. They got the pass interference penalty go their way, and now the Viking defense has to go to work here. Second down, Morris wants to throw. Ball is tipped and incomplete. Philip Fowler tipped it up into the air. Brinkley was around the play, so was Reyes.
Almost had another one. Denny was right there. He just couldn't quite reel it in, but you said good coverage by Fowler and Reyes that time. Brinkley back in the neighborhood. So big play right here. 3rd down and about 13.
Want to hold him here. We're midway through the second quarter. 7-0 Baker. Morris takes a look at the wristband. Has 2 wide receivers off to the right. Takes the snap. Now they'll swing it out of the backfield to the 20-yard line. Up to the 30, to the 35, and a first down. Wow, they coming up with huge 3rd down plays, and the Vikings came into this game number 1 in third down conversion, but again, just a swing pass out of the backfield to Torrendon. He races up the left sideline, picks up a first down at the 41-yard line.
Yeah, Brinkley and McLee rough him out of bounds, but it is a first down at the 41-yard line. So once again, Baker, a big play. They had that 3rd and 13 a few minutes ago. They converted. They just did the same thing again.
So first down at their own 41-yard line. Torrendon, he will pick up 2 as he gets to the 44-yard line.
That's Christopher McDaniel, senior out of St. Louis. They're on the stop of the Vikes. Let's call that a gain of about 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6. Ball just shy of Baker's own 45-yard line. 7:32 to go in the half. Vikes down by a touchdown.
Again, the Vikings had an interception, lost at that, and then had a big pass interference penalty. Vikings show blitz. Here they come. They're going to hand this ball off. Not much there as Colleague stands up, or rather, again, for the Vikings on second play in a row. That was McDaniels.
Yeah,
And
McDaniels.
he stands him up for no gain. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And Christopher McDaniel's a name we have not mentioned that much. He's a 239-pound senior, but he's made a couple of good plays on the last 2. So big 3rd down play once again, just under 7 minutes.
6:57 to go in this first half. 7-0 Baker. They've controlled the football game. They've had possession most of the half. Morris turns, says something to Torrendon. Wants to throw, pumps once, throws deep. Man, there it is, incomplete. As Fowler on the coverage, they were trying to go deep to Dylan Perry, and Fowler got over there, and the pass was incomplete. 4th down.
I say one thing you can see, Morris has a strong arm. He put that one out there, but good coverage that time by Phil Fowler. He was with him step for step, no interference that time, and now the Vikes should get the ball back with 6.5 minutes to go in the half. Just enough time to put a drive together and tie this thing up.
Tyler Davis, Jarrell Davis back deep to receive the punt from Brian Williams. Standing at his own 31. Waits for the snap. Good snap. Vikings don't go after it. Nice high spiral into that breeze that's taken by Jarrell Davis. Breaks 1 tackle at the 10. Back to the 15, to the 20. Stays on his feet to the 30, to the 35-yard line. He's all the way out to the 42-yard line up the left sideline after taking that punt at the 2-yard line. That's a big-time return.
40-yard return. I thought Jarrell was going to get nailed right back at the goal line. He broke 2 tackles, got to the outside, and came within 1 tackle of breaking that one to the house. But that's just what the doctor ordered. Vikes get good field position, their own 42 with the wind at their back. We need to take advantage of this.
He caught that ball at the 1-yard line, sidestepped a tackler at the 2, and then took off up the left side and ends up all the way up around the 42-yard line. That's a heck of a return. 7-0 though, Baker with the lead. Vikings' best drive was their first drive of the game. And on first down, they want to hand it off, and a good first down gain across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
It looks like the first tackler there was, again, the linebacker out of Oak Grove, Derek Smith.
He's been in on a lot of tackles, leads this team. He and Tucker Pauley lead this team in tackles.
That's a gain of about 5 on the play.
Malachi Daniels was the ball carrier. 5:52 to go in the half. 7-0 Baker. Back to throw is Reyes. Throws it. High pass. It's caught. Should be a first down at the 44, 46-yard line of Baker. As going up to catch that one, Darian Turk.
Dwayne Sims, defensive back, made the hit, but that's going to be enough for a first down as Vikes take it into Baker territory at about the, looks like about the 46-yard line. Again, that ball sailed a little bit on Bruce, but Darian Turk went up and made a nice grab.
He's a good athlete. He is a freshman. He's lined up on the short side of the field, which is the right side, on this first down from the 44-yard line. Vikings again go to the ground, attack, and get nothing. Not much there. So it'll be second down and 10.
Yeah, very little running room that time. Try to get the tacklers out there that time for Baker. One of them was the linebacker, defensive lineman Myron Tipton. Also on the stop, Adam Novak, defensive end. So no gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Well, one thing the Wildcats did on the last drive, even though they didn't score, they had to punt it. They got changed field position. Now let's see if the Vikings can do something with this. They've got the ball in the Baker side of the field, I believe, for the second time today. Reyes. They hand it off up the middle, and there is Daniels. He gets to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up third down and about 3.5. Everyone expecting pass. They gave it to Malachi, and he gets good yardage, but it'll be third and a long 4 coming up.
Good call by Coach Paul Trott that time. Dwayne Sims, the defensive back, there to make the tackle, but a good game by Daniels. So crucial third down play, ball right at the 40-yard line. Vikes really need to score on this drive. As you said, we will have to kick off to start the second half, so we really need points out of this possession.
They need to get to the 36-yard line for a first down here. Reyes, everybody in tight. They run the ball up the middle to Daniels, and he is smashed at the line of scrimmage for absolutely no gain.
No, he was met right there in the hole that time by one of the defensive backs. Again, that's Gunnar McKenna, and he's there to stand Malachi up. So I think Vikes, as much as they hate to, with just under 4 minutes to go, we're going to have to kick the ball away.
And, you know, if he picks up a couple yards, so they might think about going for it, but he got stuffed.
Yeah, somebody missed a block on that. Yeah. McKenna came right up from that defensive back position and stood Malachi up in the hole.
So, Maiden been busy today. They'll have to punt it away again. Good snap. Let's see if he can pooch this one. He sends it high, trying to get it to come down in the field of play. It's batted, but it's in the end zone. The wind caught that one. So, ball be at the 20-yard line for the Wildcats, as they, to be honest with you, have controlled play here in this ball game.
Well, the
Viking defense will have to go to work here.
Gave us a break a minute ago on that interception. We just couldn't take advantage of it, so need to see if they'll do it one more time with 3.5 minutes to go in the half.
Just like last week, it was 7-0 Evangel at the half. It's 7-0 here with 3:26 left.
What does Yogi Berra say? Deja vu all over again.
Deja vu all over again. Well, you can't let them score again because they'll get the ball to start the second half.
Need a big defensive play.
Tornadon is in at that running back spot from the 20-yard line as that punt went into the end zone. And they're going to swing it out to Tornadon. Tornadon gets to the 20, turns upfield, and is shoved out of bounds at about the 23 or 4. Short gain. It'll be second down and 6.
Yeah, he got by Michael Barnes, but then Jonathan Sanchez comes up from that linebacker spot to bump him out of bounds. So a gain, let's call that a gain of maybe 3-4 on the play, second down and 6 for Baker.
At halftime, we'll talk basketball. A good halftime show lined up for you. That's coming up at about 3:17. Second down, handed off in the backfield, and there's a tackle for a loss.
It's Stidham, I think.
Stidham, as he gets torn, then back at the 20-yard line, the original line of scrimmage. It'll be third down and 10.
Well, Vikes can make a stop here. They'll get the ball back with pretty decent time left. So another big third down play. Baker's had pretty good success converting on these, so let's make a stop right here.
Third down and 10 from the 20-yard line. Clock now at 2:51 and counting. Baker has 2 timeouts left. The Vikings have all 3. Play clock down at 10. As Morse takes a look at the wristband. And now they're going to take a timeout. Let that play clock go all the way down and took a timeout. 2:32 to go. It'll be third down and 10 when the Wildcats snap it. We'll be right back in 30 seconds.
I'm not quite sure what my kids would do without their kids' cuisine meals. Marie Calendar pasta, banquet dinners, and pot pies, and Healthy Choice Cafe steamers are all part of the quality foods that ConAgra of Marshall continues to produce every day. ConAgra is a great place to work. They take pride in their company and our community, and they're committed to your continuous nutritional health. For all kinds of information about the company, the ConAgra Foundation, and how they give back to the community, visit ConAgraFoods.com.
This broadcast is brought to you by John Rector Motors in Marshall. Edward Jones representatives Josh Dierking, Bob Reed, Ryan Bamer, Diane Dudenhofer in Marshall, David Reed and Justin Moenkopf in Higginsville, and Davis Lawn Equipment in Marshall. KMMO-AM in Marshall, Stretch Internet, and livestream.com. At halftime, we're going to visit with Larry Godsey. He's the head of the Ag Business Program, and also with Chad Lance, the men's basketball coach, and Justin Reese, the women's coach, all coming up at the half.
Those would be a couple of three good interviews.
Yep. Third down. Here's the handoff to Torrendon, and he's going to be held shy of the first down. They like to run that ball on third down, but this time Torrendon was unable to get to that first down marker. So now the Vikings will use a timeout. Good call of a timeout there to save probably 30, 35 seconds.
Yeah, I think Dominic McDonald may be the first one to get a hand on him, but like I say, that's the third or fourth time they've gone to the well with a running play on 3rd and long, and that time the Vikes sniffed it out. So good job by the defense once again, as Baker will have to kick it into the wind with 2:26 left in the half.
Now, with the Vikes, you go for a block here, or do you go for the return?
Yeah, we haven't blocked a punt all year, and that was something we did very well last year, and we've been close on several occasions this year. This might not be a bad time to take a gamble.
Rafi McLean coming off that corner is usually pretty good at getting to a punter. Brian Williams averages 40.5 yards a punt. 7-0 Wildcats as we approach halftime, but the Vikes should get it back one more time.
Well, really each team has moved the ball one time. Baker moved it for a touchdown. The Vikings moved on their first drive, got down fairly deep into Baker territory and stalled out. But really the defenses have dominated this game on both sides so far.
Ball is placed at the right hash mark. And Williams standing back at his own 12-yard line. Waits the snap.
Now the Vikes look like they back off into a return.
You do not want an offside here. That would give them an automatic first down. So they're going to take a lot of time before they snap it. Valley will back away. This is a low-line drive. It's going to bounce, and it's going to be picked up by Jarrell Davis. Davis looking for running room. He's at the 30-yard line. Flag is down. Davis is to the 40, up to the 45. Another flag is down. Now Tribble is thrown down, and there are flags all over the place. One of the Vikings is down.
I think the
ball is at the 45-yard line. We'll have to wait all these penalties out here.
I know it's something 3, but I can't tell the first number.
Two Vikings are down. And Tribble was thrown down by
Dominic McDonald. Dominic McDonald, I think, is the player that's down, and I think they've called
the Vikings for a penalty on that.
I think that's Dominic McDonald, the injured player. I'm not 100% sure, but he's on his back around the 30-yard line. Trainers, the athletic staff, tending to him right now. So, not sure that's who it is, but that's who it looks like.
Well, let's move this back to the 27-yard line. Vikings have time, 2 timeouts and 2:09. You don't want to make a mistake back here either.
We haven't thrown the ball deep downfield that often. Maybe we can get somebody behind a defensive back.
We've got the speed with Turk and Davis. You're right. It was Dominic McDonald. Let's hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's limping. They're helping him off the field, and he's not putting that left leg down at all hardly. So it's probably an ankle or a knee, I would guess.
So the Vikes will have it at the 27-yard line. They trail 7-0 late first half.
We got, again, have the wind at our back, so it might be a good time to take a deep shot.
Take a couple of shots at Vikings' deepest penetration was after an interception, but Reyes fumbled the ball. That was Danny Reyes who intercepted it. So let's see what the Vikes can do from their own 27-yard line. Baker has 1 timeout remaining now, and the Vikings are going to keep it on the ground. No, they're going to throw it deep. And they try to get it to Turk. He makes the catch at the 30-yard line all the way down to the 20. What a spectacular catch. They fake the run to Daniels and then throw it to the speedster Turk. He had to stretch out, and he caught that on his fingertips at the 30 and is tackled at the 20.
Yeah, I give Bruce Reyes credit. That was a great play fake that time. Bruce froze the defensive backs, and then Darian Turk, an acrobatic catch. We talk about his athleticism, and boy, he showed it that time. Nice downfield shot by the Vikes. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 19, just under 2 minutes in the half.
And they have 2 timeouts with which to work. Ball's right at the 20-yard line. First time the offense has been in the red zone. And they will fake it. Reyes rolls, throws it into the corner, trying to get it to Jarrell Davis and threw it away, basically.
Bruce Reyes had 15 yards down the left sideline. He rolled out to the left on the bootleg, and he had an acre and a half to run.
Agree. Joe, I think last year he ran more, and I know you don't want your number 1 quarterback to run a lot, but I'm telling you, he had a first down and more had he taken off and ran with that ball.
No doubt about it. And a good job by a pulling guard. He had a couple guys out in front of him, too, but 2nd 10, still in pretty good shape are the Vikings.
Our place kicker is Lucas Guilfoyle again this week. Morrow's still injured. Now the Vikes will hand it off up the middle. Goes Malachi Daniels inside the 15. He's down to the 14. It'll be third down at about 2 or 3. The Vikings have to get to the 10 to pick up a first down.
Defensive end Tyrell Everett there to make the stop. 240-pounder out of Topeka, Kansas, but a nice game by Malachi. Let's call that a gain of 6. So big third down and 4. You get a couple, 3 yards here, you can go for it on fourth down. If you don't, you're probably going to be looking at a field goal.
Guilfoyle getting ready if he has to, but let's hope he's just in for an extra point. Third down and 4. Now whistle stops play. Timeout Baker, their final timeout of the half. They saw something defensively. 7-0 Wildcats, but the Vikings trying to get on the board here in the last minute of the first half. We're back in 30 seconds on the Viking Sports Network.
Webster defines a specialist as one who devotes himself to a special occupation. I'm Kevin Scott with Community Bank in Marshall. I like to think of myself in that way, a specialist, loan specialist to be more exact. I specialize in helping our customers get the loan they need and want, whether it's an ag loan, car loan, home, business, or something out of the ordinary. At Community Banking, we are specialists in making loans. We're also specialists in one-on-one customer service. Community Banking, the way it's meant to be. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Well, big third down coming up here for the Vikings. They started this at their own 27 with a big pass play to Turk. And now it is third down and 4 from the 14, actually the 13. They have to get to about the 9 to pick up a first down.
I think I roll Bruce Reyes out this time, a short pass pattern, and tell him if you got a lane, run it.
Yeah.
We'll see, though.
A minute and 4, all that remains in this first half. As I mentioned at halftime, Larry Godsey, who's running our ag business department, and I tell you, it's the first time I've ever had a chance to sit down with Dr. Godsey and talk to him.
He's a good man. Larry was on the school board. He was on the school board when I was superintendent at Marshall. I think he's still on there, and he's a very, very good man.
Third down and 4 from the 14. Vikings are going to roll Reyes out. Reyes tries to get to the side. He's going to flip it with the left hand out of bounds. Well, there was nobody open, and they did roll him out, but the Wildcats were ready for that. So Guilfoyle will come in and attempt a field goal. He threw it out of bounds with the left hand. I'll tell you what, he wasn't going to get away there.
No, that was a good contained coverage that time by Baker. They really shut the outside off. It looked like Bruce maybe had a lane to the outside, but they got out there pretty quickly.
Thornton will hold. Guilfoyle will attempt a 30-yard field goal, try to get the Vikings on the board here. With 57 seconds remaining in the half. Good snap. Kicks on the way. It's up, and he missed it. Off to the right. So the Vikings get a great pass play, and then the offense stalls. And Guilfoyle misses the kick, so that's kind of a momentum swing to Baker heading into halftime.
Yeah, that was a wasted opportunity there for the Vikings. They had the ball 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And once again, let's hope we can come out and put together the same type of second half that we did last week against Evangel. It was a different team the second half, and let's hope we can come out with the offense and do the same thing again.
Well, our offense has really stuttered and sputtered some, and you have some great plays, and then once they, as you said, that first down at the 19-yard line, and that was it, and then they missed the 30-yard field goal. It was just wide right. So Baker, with no timeouts, I'm sure they'll go to try to just get to the locker room with that 7-0 lead, but you better be careful. They always have Dylan Baxter in there. They could try anything.
Well, Morse has got a cannon for an arm.
Yeah, they're going to run the ball. Here's Baxter. He gets through and sneaks through a few yards out to the 26. Valley won't stop the clock. So it looks like we're going to head to the locker room 7-0.
Yeah, there on the stop of the Vikings that time, it looked like it was, once again, Christopher McDaniels, also Khalid Muhammad on the stop. It's a gain of about 2. That's academic. We're down under 30 seconds to go, and the clock is ticking.
The only thing, you have to be careful he doesn't try a long shot here. But it looks like they've got everybody in tight, that Morse just may take a knee and run the half out here. 7-0 Baker. Vikings have had some opportunities but have not been able to take advantage. And going to Aeneas Morse, and that's going to do it for the first half. The Wildcats come to town, and they've got a 7-0 lead at the break. We'll be back with our halftime show in 1 minute on the Viking Sports Network.
We're Shelter Insurance. We view life insurance a little differently.
We think the most thoughtful gift you can give your family doesn't come with a bow.
We know that a life should be measured by more than just dollars and cents. And we know you'll love the peace of mind life insurance gives you.
We're the people behind the shield.
Shelter Insurance,